You gotta come with your A game, boo.
Here you are, man. Uh-oh.
I got it. Thank you.
Miss Joy.
Hey guys, and welcome back to Little Black Book. You know what time it is. Talking to you guys about part 2, dealing with Denise and Rashid, and dealing with what happened between their interaction. This is called the Look Closer section, where we look a little bit closer into an actual interaction and look at what's being said, what's not being said, and the body language as well. Guys, make sure you like, you share, you subscribe, and click on that bell button for notification of the what? Uploads, baby. And for those of you who are returnees, you already know what it is. Send them back to the manufacturer. You got the minerals. You got the minerals. Yeah. All right, cool. Let's get into it. So talking about Denise, if you haven't guys watched part 1, go and watch it. We're talking about Denise and the Rashid conversation. Now, I watched this a few times over, and what was interesting for me was, I guess, the interaction, the way that Denise showed herself in a less than positive light. I already said in the first review that I believe that Denise is an all or nothing kind of person. I'm with you or I'm not with you. Like, I'm liking you, I'm not liking you. Like, we saw her, even the way that she interacted with David, I think she found David attractive. You saw her being enigmatic. You saw her hands doing gesticulation. You said, I'm saying, all right, okay. You know, she saw some kind of attraction there, right? When she was dealing with Rashid, she said, obviously, she felt there was an arrogance there. She felt there was a pompousness there. But the interaction itself, there were things that were happening that, for me, showed a different side of her and showed not a very nice side of her. Let's get into it and let's kind of break it down. So look a bit closer with me here.
Look, alcohol don't kill that. You all right?
No, I'm not gonna drink nothing that got a bug in it. I'm gonna get one of those from over there.
Go ahead and do your thing.
Oh, okay.
You know, she, first of all, when they were interacting, he was like, you know, grab a drink, etc., and she went to grab a drink from the table. She realized the drink was already been drunk, or it was someone else's drink, or she wasn't sure if it was a safe drink, which is fair enough, right? But it's her words that were said, you know. She's like,
I'm gonna get one of those from over there.
Go ahead and do your thing.
Oh, okay.
She should have said, give me a minute, I'll be right back, right? But she doesn't say that. Look what she says. And as she says that, it doesn't create an atmosphere of, wait, hold a minute, I'm interested in what you're talking about, and I'm just going to let you break this interaction for a second, and I don't want to, but give me a take, I'm just going to go and grab a drink. So if you watch Winter, yeah, when she enters, okay, Winter enters the group, okay, and when she wants to get a drink, Califani says, I've got a drink, she goes, oh, do you want to come with me to go and get a drink? Now, that's an invite. That shows me that, okay, cool. You're not necessarily you're feeling me, but you're open, you're receptive, you're warm. You understand? And so when you do that, you invite the person to come along with you. And then there's a conversation that can happen even along the way that shows a pleasantry. But here, she just goes and says something, I don't even know what she exactly said, and then goes and gets a drink. And it was like, oh, okay, that was my first instinct of, okay, this girl's not feeling this guy, because the way she's interacting straight away tells me she's not vibing, yeah? And then she says that she felt like Rashid was cocky. And I was like, oh, okay, well, we don't get to see that interaction too tough, so we don't know. From what it looked like, he seemed like pretty calm. Right, but I can't say what she felt. She was there. I wasn't.
He came off kind of cocky. Like, that's not a good impression. Don't do that.
So what?
But sometimes people can accuse people of being something, and really it's actually an indictment against their own self. Yeah. Sometimes when people say certain things or accuse people of certain things, it's because they see the same traits in themselves. So when she was talking about the cockiness, I was like, sis, are you sure? I mean, you're the one that's saying out here, I'm 5'10" in ego, level up, and all this kind of stuff. And are you sure he's the egotistical one, or is it that you just don't like him and he's a bit confident and it's not your kind of thing? And so almost like you're trying to take him down a peg in your mind, you know, like don't think you're too nice, you know. So I was like, okay, I hear that. And then there was a conversation but they spoke about their schools. Now, this is a great opportunity here. People pay attention to this. This is a great opportunity to open up conversation and dialogue to a place where you can have a little bit of a laugh and a banter, delve into your experiences and connect on an experiential, connect on a mental kind of intimacy, right? Where you are, you go back over your past and you deal with issues that you guys have both experienced, right? So they were talking about school and...
Really? So did you play sports in college?
I went to Grambling on a 4-year scholarship.
Okay.
And shot put.
HBCU, okay.
All day.
He was talking about obviously, what school he was and what school she was, and he made a joke about, oh, my school used to beat your school, right? Now this is a great time to give what we call Ludos love, right? Which is playful tit for tat flirt. Yeah, perfect time to start that. And then all she had to do was go, oh, please. I mean, my school would definitely be trashing your school.
Oh, but that's okay. I went to Alabama A&M. We never lost.
Okay, but I probably beat your girls though.
Well,
yeah, I did.
You probably, maybe so.
And it could have been a banter and a joke, and we could have run with that joke a little bit, and that could have been a joke we could have run in for the whole entire season. Like, oh, I thought you said you could beat us in a track race. I thought she could have even turned it around and said, are you sure? You think you can beat my team? Listen, let's go for a run now. Right? It would have been a joke, right? And it would have been calm. It would have been nice. It would have been warm. It would have been receptive. It would have been engaging. It would have shown her to be in a different light. But what happened was, okay, she took it as a slight.
Maybe so.
2 people are going home tonight.
She took it as him being arrogant, right? So when he says, obviously, he said, and when she says, obviously, my girls would have beaten your girls, and he goes, wow. All she had to say was, listen. She said, listen, let me prove it to you. Let's go for a run. I'm ready to take you on. Let's see if I can beat you, then I can beat the girls. And said it with a smile and a joke, and he would have taken it as a joke too, right? But she didn't. She took it really seriously, almost as if, like, when he said it, it triggered something in the past. Maybe she's been told in the past that she couldn't make it. Maybe she's been told in the past that she would never win. Maybe she got told in the past that you weren't good enough, right? And so whatever he said, even as a joke, then got triggered in her, and she took it seriously. I was like, yo, brother, it was not that deep, Denise. It really wasn't. Turn it around. You know what I mean? And so he says, obviously, do you want me to go and get you a drink? She says, yes. Now, this is the part that really frustrated me, because this is exactly what I'm talking about, Denise, and energy. And, rudeness is something that is ugly to anybody. No matter how buff you are, if you're rude, it's ugly. If you're obnoxious, it's ugly. If you've got an attitude, it's ugly. If you're prideful, it's ugly. Yeah, these are ugly traits, regardless of how beautiful you are. Something happens. He goes to get a drink, and he brings the drink to her. I want you to watch this so carefully. As he brings the drink to her, his eyes go to her. He can see her. So he's looking at her like this. He's looking at her, and she is looking away.
Here you are, man. Uh-oh.
I got it. Thank you.
But her hand opens up for the drink, so she knows it's there. And he puts the hand in her drink, and she refuses to look. It wasn't that she didn't see him. She refused to look. Whatever she was interacting with over there, she was making a face over there, whatever, right? It was absolutely rude. Rude. If I am coming and I'm bringing and putting a drink in your hand, the courteous thing to do is say, oh, thank you so much. Accept the drink. You look at me and say, okay, look, it's been great talking to you. I'm gonna go now. And all I would have had to say was that, okay, Denise wasn't feeding him and she walked away. But that whole interaction is soured by that behavior. I thought it was distasteful, it was rude, it was arrogant. And so for me, Denise is she's all or nothing. And I appreciate that. But on this particular occasion, I wasn't feeling it. I wasn't liking it. And I think there's a way to be able to appreciate everybody. And I think this is what I'm talking about. When you're beautiful, when you're good looking, the gracious thing about you is that you have an ability to be humble about the way that you flex, about the way that you move, about the way that you, are appreciative of all the people around you, regardless of whether you like them or not. Just like royalty shake everybody's hand, same way that if you're beautiful, the royalty in you is to appreciate everybody else. Even if you don't like them like that, that's cool. Show that energy. Yeah, and so for me, when I saw that glass thing, I said that's a nasty attitude. Unfortunately, now something might have happened in between that time we didn't get to see, but from what we can see, that was not a good look at all. So yeah, guys, make sure you like, share, subscribe, click on the bell button for notifications.